Hello, art students. Today we are going to talk about minimalism. Minimalism. It's got the word minimal in it. So minimum means you use the smallest amount of detail, the smallest amount of work, the smallest amount of lines, smallest amount of shapes that you can. And with minimalism, we're also going to be talking about overlapping. And that's the big thing we're going to be talking about today. So overlapping is when you have, let's say you have your hands, right? So the hands are side by side. If I cross them like this hand right here is on top or overlapping the bottom hand down there. Not overlapping, they're side by side. Overlapping, one's on top of the other. We're going to be working with that today. So if I set my Sharpie right there, my Sharpie is on top of my paper. It's overlapping my paper. So overlapping is about having stuff on top of each other. So what we're going to do is we're going to use shapes. So we're using minimalism, which means we're using just a small amount of shapes, small amount of colors, no extra details to create a piece of artwork. So get you something to draw with in your paper. You're going to need 5 colors. Okay, you're going to need 5 colors. I don't care what colors you use, as long as you don't use black. Because I'm going to be drawing with black, and you might be as well, so we're not going to use black. But you may use blues, greens, reds, purples, pinks, yellows, oranges, whatever you want. Alright, so to begin, we're going to start with a shape. I'm going to start with a circle. And you just follow along and draw with me, and we're going to have overlapping. And every time a shape overlaps another shape, it's going to make a new piece to this artwork. So there's our first shape. Next, I'm going to draw a triangle that goes through, sits on top of. And as you see, it overlaps this, and it creates a third piece. So you got one piece that's a circle, one piece that's a triangle, one piece that's both of them overlapping. And that's what this piece of artwork is going to be about. It's going to be about taking different shapes. We're going to do a rectangle now that overlap each other. And every time it overlaps, it makes a new piece. And each piece is going to get a different color later. So with the overlapping, each piece overlaps the other. Each shape overlaps the other. So I've got that. And then I'm going to come over this way. I'm going to add a square right there. Then I'm going to put another triangle that comes through and down. And I'm going to put a long, skinny rectangle there. And then I'm going to go with a big circle there. And then a long, skinny triangle right there. And then I'm going to put in an oval this way. I'm going to put in another oval that way. I'm going to go back up here. Triangle. Come over here. Circle. Rectangle. And another rectangle there. So this is the kind of artwork we're making. It's minimalism, which is it's using the smallest amount of details and lines and shapes. So it's just shapes stacked on top of each other. I'm not adding details. I'm not putting a bunch of lines in it. I'm not adding anything else. It's just these shapes. So it's minimalism, the smallest amount of lines, details, and shapes that you can use. And then I'm also making it overlap. We're having overlapping. All the shapes are overlapping each other. So all these shapes have overlapped one another, and they've made new pieces. So we've got a circle that overlaps this rectangle. So now it's a new piece there. There's a piece there. And then you have this triangle that's overlapped, and that's the third piece. So in this one little bit here, we have 1, 2, 3 pieces. We have 1, 2, 3 pieces. Each piece gets a different color. Now, when we go to color this, it's very important that the same color does not touch. Now, you can plan this out ahead of time by marking them down and being like, this part I want to be a certain color. This part I want it to be another color. But I'm just going to take the challenge and just kind of wing it. So I'm going to start putting in colors, staying inside the lines with this blue. Same color can't touch, so I can't use blue there, can't use blue there. But I can come over here and I can put blue in this rectangle right here. Now notice any piece that's overlapped, I skip because those get new colors. So I can't use blue there, or there, or there, or there, or there. But I can come over here and I can use blue in this little piece here. Can't use blue there or there. Can't use it there or there. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to use blue right here. And I'm repeating colors. Like I said, we're going to use 5 colors. So I'm going to go ahead and put in all the blues. And I'm putting them in areas to where, again, same color won't touch. The blue won't touch. So I've got blue there, so I've got blue there, so I can't use it there or there, but I can make this blue. So then I come over here, and I can use blue pretty much everywhere but up here. So I'm going to put it in this spot right here. Now I can't use blue on any of these other places. So I've got my blues done. Next I'm going to go with some yellow. And when you do this, like I said, you can use anything you want to color with. If you've got markers, cool. If you've got colored pencils, great. So for yellow, I'm going to make this piece over here. Can't use yellow on any of these other pieces, but I can go down here and use it right there. So can't use yellow there or there, but I can go over here and I can make this yellow, because yellow is not touching yellow. And then I can come over here. I can't use yellow on these or this, but I can make this yellow. So I can't use yellow there or there or there or there, but I can use yellow right there. And I can use yellow right there. And then I'm going to bring in a green. And I'm going to make this green here. And I'm going to make this green right there. And I'm going to make this circle right here green. So when you're doing this, try to stay neat, try to stay in the lines as best you can. If you make a couple mistakes, not the end of the world. I'm going to show you a way that you can kind of possibly fix something if you accidentally color something the same color side by side. If you're using colored pencils, it works really well. If you're using crayons, not so much, but certain things work like that you can fix things by blending colors. So I got green there, there, and there. So I'm going to throw green down here on this. Alright, now can't use green anywhere there, or there. Could throw green down here, so we'll make that green. Alright, got my last 2 colors. I'm going to use a red. And I'm going to make this red right here. And I'm going to make this circle right here red. And I'll make this little triangle here red. I'm going to make this part right through here red. Make that red. I'm going to make this red right there. And I'm going to leave the last couple white because I'm going to bring in my fifth color, my last color, my color number 5. It's this pink color. 1, 2, and 3. Now, let's say you accidentally make a mistake. And if you're using colored pencils, this will work. Sometimes markers will work, and I'm going to show you. Let's say that I accidentally colored, I've got this pink, but let's say I colored these two yellow. So what you can do is, if you actually do that, take and mix two colors together on top of each other, and it should change the color enough to where it looks a little different. So that if you accidentally had yellow and pink in the wrong spots, you could kind of come back and be like, well, I'm going to add some more yellow on top of that. Make a little bit of a different color pink. It's not perfect, but it can help a little bit if you do make a mistake. Some colors will work together well and some won't. So, but that is the basic idea for a minimalism of overlapping shapes. And along with this video, there's going to be some student examples that have completed this project that you can also see. So that's the goal, is that you want to take and you want to create a bunch of shapes that overlap each other, and every time it overlaps, it creates a new piece. Those new pieces get colors. Same colors don't touch if you can help it. And it really makes for an interesting piece of artwork. And it's minimalism, which means you only use certain small amounts of lines and details. Not a lot of detail, not a lot of craziness. Very simple. You want to be very simple, and really you want to try to make it as easy for yourself as possible. Alright, I hope you learned something. Hope you had fun. You can make any of these, as many of them as you want. If you want to just do it as a doodle, as a quick doodle, it can be real fun, real fast. You just grab a pen one day and you're just like, just going to have shapes overlapping together. And it really can really just be pretty cool. And you can do it real fast too. Just like that. Super quick, super simple, super easy. Alright, hope you learned something. Take care, have fun, stay creative.